Hey folks, Tom, your Frugal Prepper. So I just want to do a little video. Like, I buy a lot of stuff from Advance, like, in, you know, the tens of thousands of dollars a year, and that's not even mentioning the customers that have to buy their own parts. And you know, here's an unfortunate circumstance that I'm in with Advance, which is why I'm buying more and more stuff on Amazon these days. So here is the AC compressor for my car. This is their cheap remanufactured one, which I should have known better because that stuff's always junk. It's probably Cardone, rebranded as DriveWorks. Nobody had one in stock in town, so I went ahead and ordered it online. I put it in the car. I vac down the system. I put the oil in it. I had to add 1/2 ounce. It comes pre-charged with 3.5 ounces came out of the old one. I put extra 1/2 ounce of PAG in it, vac it down, recharge it, blowing cold air. Seems to be working great. I drive to pick up a phone from a phone repair place for work. I drive over to Advance. I drop off my core. I get my $10 back from my core, and on the way home, I start hearing like this awful grinding, whirring noise. So I shut the AC off, grinding, whirring noise goes away. So anytime the clutch is engaged and this thing's running, there's a grinding, whirring noise, and it starts leaking refrigerant out the front seal. It's junk. It lasted 20 minutes, and it's junk now. Typical Cardone reman. So I call them up. I'm like, I need, I can still drive my car. What I need is my core back to drive on while you get the bad part. Or I need to keep this part and have you order one. And, oh, well, we can't do that. I have to actually have the bad part in my hands before I can order this part. And we can't give your core back for any reason once we've taken it. I'm like, I'll pay you back the $10. Like, I'm sorry, we can't do it. We're not allowed to. And so I'm like, great. So now I can't drive my car once I take this off. I'm like, can I just pay for the other one and then I'll return one or the other, and get my money back? No, we can't do that either. So, well, that's what I think about you, Advance. Yeah, I'll probably still use your 25% off coupon code for Brake Clean and a few other little things, but I'm buying as much as I can from Amazon. Because if this was Amazon, in my experience, it probably wouldn't have been bad. I probably could have got a new Chinese one for about the same price as this junky rebuilt thing. It would have been here in a day or two. And if it was bad, I would just go ahead and do the refund. I would drop it off at Kohl's. And meanwhile, I'd order the other one so that it's on its way and it'd be here like tomorrow or the next day. Amazon's got better customer service than Advance Auto Parts does. Now, Amazon only lets you return for 30 days. They're just a reseller. So that's just like if you go to Walmart and you buy something and there's a manufacturer warranty, that doesn't mean there's a Walmart warranty, right? So, you have to go back to the manufacturer at some point. But when it only lasts 20 minutes, you can get your money back. So I'm going to take this up here and see if I can just get them to turn it in, refund it. And I'm just going to go ahead and go on GM Parts Direct, get factory new OEM AC compressor, and get this crap working and done. Because I am tired of messing with it. And meanwhile, my car is parked out there with no alternator, and I just taped off the cable so I could pull it out there, parked out there. And I'm back to driving the truck for a little while. At least it's got AC. Alright, I just thought I'd let y'all know, like, this is one of the things you run into. If you got to order online, if it's not a part that Advance normally stocks and has extras of in your town at your store, don't buy from Advance online. go buy it from Amazon. You'll have far better customer service. Hey folks, it's Tom, your Frugal Prepper. So Advance did exchange out the compressor. They didn't exchange it out, they just gave me my money back, and I made them give me my core back too. The people there were real nice, and I don't blame the people that work behind the counter, man. They're just doing their job, and they're not told how to handle all these situations. There's a lack of training. It's Advance's fault at corporate, not the people. I was mad, but I'm cool now. I got my money back. I just went ahead and ordered a new compressor for the car. It'll be here tomorrow. But I'm working on this little paramotor. So, yeah, so I wanted to see. I pulled the plugs. I did a compression test. This has a compression release, so what you gotta do is kind of turn it over until it's past the compression release, rock it back, and then crank it, and you'll get a full compression stroke, and then do that again. But yeah, it's got like 120, 130 PSI I'm getting on each cylinder. I think that's fine. So I'm like, I pull the plugs, they're real dark. Like it's running way too rich, or it has been. So I might need to lean the carb out a little bit. But I still have a misfire, and I know it's ignition related now. So let me show you what's going on. It's going to be kind of noisy, but what I'm going to show you is you can hear the misfire. It's this cylinder. If you can see, it's this cylinder over here that's misfiring. I've got my timing light hooked up over there, and we'll see that it doesn't fire when it misses. So the carburetor probably wasn't even the original issue, although it did have a little chunk of dirt in it. Make sure you can see everything I'm doing here. Let me put my cigarette out so I don't suck it into the prop. So, which is probably like, we couldn't get the idle set just right on this. Well, the tachometer reads off of that cylinder, off of that coil. So with the intermittently not firing, see if I can get it to do it again here. Fire it up. Hang on, let me turn on the kill switch. Hopefully that'll come out on camera, we'll see. I'll do that one more time in case it didn't come out on camera here. Let's see. So we're going to go ahead and flip our kill switch, fire her up. So hopefully you can tell from that when it obviously doesn't like make that nice little balanced firing sound, and I can really hear it from one muffler or the other. That light doesn't fire. That means there's no spark coming down there. It does it more at low RPM. So I think we might have like a bad coil or something. The owner did download a service manual for this Generac engine, so I'm going to ask him to send that to me so we can go through here and try to figure out why it's not firing. But that's also why we were trying to get the idle to set, just couldn't get it. It was just goofy. Well, it's because the tachometer right here runs off of this coil. So there could be a short in this wire somewhere, but either way, I think I would probably just recommend replacing that coil for that cylinder. if they're not one coil for both cylinders. I'm not sure. But that's definitely what's going on. So at least now we know, and we can go from there. Try to just nail it down to make sure it definitely is a coil. And I just need to get a manual first before I tear this apart. Alright, so I did fire up on that other cylinder too, and it hits every time. So it's definitely that other cylinder. And I imagine it probably has a electronic coil down there. It's got a magnet on the flywheel, because I dropped a bolt down there when I rebuilt the carburetor, and I couldn't, I was going to have to take off the whole cover, but we were able to turn the flywheel, and the bolt stuck to the magnet and came up to where I could reach it. So I guess I just got to figure out what the part number is and all that too for a coil, and then we'll just, of course, want to take that cover off, get to the coil, and just take a look and make sure there's not like a kill switch wire or something that's shorted, something like that. But I would think that would probably kill both coils, but I don't know. I have to get in there and take a look. But you know, we know it's not getting an output when it's supposed to, so we need to look and make sure it's getting all its inputs like it's supposed to. And if it's getting its inputs and it's not getting its outputs, it's a bad part. So anyway, I'm going to go in. It's hot. I'm going to take a shower. I'm drinking a cold diet citrus drop, and I'm going to relax for the night. But we'll be back, and we'll do another video on this when I get it apart and putting the coil and everything in it. And I'll try to figure out what kind of paramotor thing this is too. Maybe put it in the title eventually. I don't know. I know it's got a Generac engine in it, and I don't know. I think he knows who the manufacturer is. It might say on this cover. Hang on. Let's see. This is a Green Eagle. Okay, Green Eagle. Fly Green Eagle. Okay, so this is a Green Eagle paramotor. I guess it says that on the frame too. So, yeah, maybe somebody else has one of these and they'll have this problem. I know when we got a hold of the manufacturer before to ask about what kind of engine, to try to figure out what carburetor parts we needed. The new ones are fuel injected. I think this is an older one, like maybe a 2013 or something. They still have the carburetor. So, alright, I'll talk to y'all later. It's Tom, the Frugal Prepper.